Hello? Hi, welcome to the light. I am going to discuss children today, slash family, but children, because my son called me and it always puts me in a great mood. It does. To talk to my kids. I really like them as people. I really do. I like who they are. And I like the way they think. All of them individually. 4, by the way. 2 boys. Sons. They're not boys anymore. They're men. They are. They're men. They independent men. They are. And the girls are twins. And just really happy with my children. I really like talking to them and hearing what they think and how they think. I think they're very creative and smart. I think they're smart, bright, and genius even. I really do. I really, just as people, not because I'm their mother. I don't know how else to keep it neutral. You know, I probably brag on them too much. Probably way too much. They all have a sense of humor and fun and just really creative and smart. Very, very, very smart. All of them. Very smart, independent. Just themselves, each individual, they're not the same. The twins are not even the same. Well, they're night and day. They have a lot of differences, and they were said. I was told they were identical. But they have a lot of physical differences and personality differences. You could tell they're twins, I'm sure, but still very different within themselves. And it's exciting to hear what they're doing in their life now as young adults. It's weird, throws me in a time warp when they tell me what they did today or doing next week and all adult stuff, and all the great things they're doing. It makes their life flash before my eyes. I still think they're on my lap, hugging me and, giving me mommy kisses Actually, they're, driving expensive cars and managers at a corporate company and independent and productive human beings in society. See, just that tickles me. It tickles me, and oh boy, I'm not gonna cry, but I'm very proud. I'm just so, it's, it's nothing, it's nothing like being a mother. Nothing like it. It's nothing like it. Even a daughter is different feeling. Even the feelings that I have for my mother is very different. It's just its own kind of relationship. And I seen the challenges in their life growing up, and I see the amazing things they do as an adult. And I'm over the moon how they are handling it, just very resilient, very brave, very all of them, very, very all of them. All four of my children are very extremely hardworking people. It's amazing. It's amazing. It is really amazing. They're very hardworking, almost workaholics, almost 2 jobs, and just very productive. It's doing so much. They just do so much that it's amazing to see them as an adult. And I'm very grateful to be their mother. Very grateful individually. I'm very grateful to be my son's mother. Thank God that he let me witness them growing up. It was a learning experience for both of us. My oldest, I say that we grew up together. I had him a week after my 20th birthday. I turned 20 on a Wednesday, and the following Wednesday he was born. So I say that we grew up together. And he taught me so much. He was a brilliant child. Really very brilliant child. And just never ceased to amaze me. Never ceased to amaze me. My dad called him a genius at 3 years old. He said, "I'll be damned, Kim, this little boy is a genius." That was quote unquote. He just thought he was a genius at 3. So that could make him seem awkward, when you stand out from the rest of people. It people have titles, in society, when you're not like everybody else. You're either weird or, I don't know, all the labels people come up with, because you're not. Well, DJ was, he was a child prodigy, really. If I look back on it, all the things he did and said before he even reached elementary school. In kindergarten, his teacher recommended him for the magnet program. Kindergarten, she just recognized it right away. She said he doesn't belong here. She put in the notice for him to go to the magnet school in our next neighborhood, in the neighborhood next to ours. So he'd just been ahead of, the rest. All of his life. All of his life. So that gave him some challenges. Gave him a lot of challenges. And I think it made him resilient. He could have some walls. And it could have created some anxieties. But overall, that's the description of life for most of us. No one, it's just living on this earth, just no one goes unscathed. No one goes unscathed. So as brilliant as he is, he's had some challenges. And I think every stage of life does. Every stage of life does. So we have to just encourage each other and still, no matter how old they are, just be a support system. You don't have to support them in everything they do and say, but you could be a support system for another person. Just that you might not solve every problem that they have, but if you let them know that you love them and they could come and share their worries with you and get it off their chest, or you can, go and hug them and tell them you love them, then that is being supportive, no matter what they're going through. So I really want to remind parents tonight that and every generation says this. My mother said, and father said it too, that it's different when we were brought up, when we were being raised. They would tell us, what was going on in society for them, and it was different now that they were raising children. And And you would hear stories that your parent, mother, and father would tell you went on when they were being raised. So, it was different for me raising 4 children, the next generation in this modern society. When they were brought up with computers in the classroom from kindergarten to high school, and I couldn't help them with their homework, because they were all in honor roll classes, and I don't know trigonometry because I only had Algebra 1. That was the only requirement in high school. When I was in high school, that was the only requirement. So, I I could not help my kids by the time they got to high school. I didn't know trigonometry. So, and they were teaching me everything on the computer. So in that sense, generation to generation is always something, different going on in the world, and ways to function in society was a little different for every generation. So overall, I think they are excelling as they always did in school. Now they're excelling at work. And personal relationships I notice are challenging for them. And personal relationships were challenging for me when I was raising them. And sometimes that affects your children. Yeah. Going through a divorce, I'm sure. I know affected my son. And going through a divorce definitely affected my daughter. So, my other son is totally understanding. And my other daughter is totally understanding. But some children take things, different. Everybody takes things different, and different kind of challenge raising them because of who they are individually, their personalities, individual personalities. Even the twins, I would always tell them they're individuals, even though they were twins. And, I didn't make them dress alike, and I didn't make them do identical things. And I didn't insist that if she has it, you have it, or if you both have to have the exact same thing. I would always ask, which one do you like, or which one do you want? And I would ask the other one, which one do you like, and which one do you want? I never forced them to dress alike and be the same. I always told them you're individual people and nobody feels like you but you. And consequently, today they're very independent. Very. They're their own self. And I like it. I like that. Be your authentic self, and they all are. They know what they like and don't like, and they know what they want and they don't want, and they go for it. And that's amazing to see, watch, and see how they are. I really like it. I like them a lot. I think I'll keep them. Yeah. So I was just talking to my kids today, and I can't say everything they're doing because I know that it sounds like I'm bragging. I know that it does. When I'm saying it, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm bragging. And that's, people probably consider that rude. I heard that another mother say that a while ago, that she brags on her kids and brags on her kids about someone else. And and then I realized, oh my goodness, I do too. So I tried to stop doing that. I forcefully try to stop bragging on my kids. But, who knows? I might be the only one that likes them, just like them because your mother's the only one that likes you. Who knows? But, I think they're doing great things, and they're being great people. And I'm over the moon happy with them, and concerned at the same time, and excited for them, and then worry at the same time. And I'm love when they're productive and getting it, but then I want them to relax at the same time and chill out, be cool, it's okay. But, because I just hope they learn to balance. I didn't learn that till later, and honestly, later. It was a long process for me to learn to really know how to balance everything out. The past, the future, the now, the expectations, and all of the things in between. And me, life can be unexpected. It's just a lot of unexpected things happen all the time. So sometimes we can't prepare. We can't predict that, two people are going to pass away in your family in the same day. You can't predict that. It's just going to be crazy and devastating. It's just, you can't get prepared for some of the things that happen in life. So you have to start developing those tools in your children as soon as possible so they can handle it gracefully. That's all. It's going to happen. They live on this earth. They're going to have challenges. Things can get overwhelming. Something's going to happen they don't expect. Teach them how to think. Not what to think and when to think, and don't talk and shut up and say what I want you to say. No. But constructive thinking. I would ask, what would you do if this happened? What would you say if somebody said this to you? Okay, so if you go on that interview and they say, what makes you so good for this job, what are you going to say? Give them opportunities to think about things and how they're going to handle things on their own. You're not going to be with them all their life 24/7. You're not. Everywhere they go, you can't. So start setting up scenarios to give them practice. Give them practice to use their brain for a best case scenario when you're not there. Give them opportunities to be independent. Give them opportunities to think for themselves. Ask them, don't tell them what to do all day. Don't tell them, you better clean your room and you better. Don't do that. Give them opportunities to do it and how they want to live and what they think is correct and incorrect. When you have a home, are you really going to live like this with trash on the floor? Just opportunities to think about how clean they're going to be, or, how efficient they're going to handle something. Just set up little scenarios for them to guide them, but let them do it. Let them try it. Even if I never wanted my kids to take the bus or the train. Never in life. I prayed, Lord, please don't ever, I hope I never have my kids ever have to use public transportation. But that's not realistic. What if something happens? I'm nowhere around and they would actually have to take public transportation. So guess what? We all went on a bus ride. I took all my kids on a bus ride individually beforehand. I took them on the train rides, on the metro rides beforehand if they ever had to, what to look for, signs to read, all before adulthood, all growing up. Never know what emergency would happen. They might have to jump on the bus. So you look at the schedule, you call and see what time it comes to the bus stop and your location and where it goes and what time to be there and meet the bus and get on this bus and go to the next one. And the train. And all of them learn just things to do in case of the situation arises sometime in their life. You just let them have experiences individually, on their own, independently, so they could know how to function in society. And I hated public transportation with all my heart. Oh my goodness. Hated. Vowed never to take public transportation. Hated it. But there's been times it's been necessary for me to take public transportation. So, not that specifically, but just things. I mean, anything. I took the girls grocery shopping and told them to pick out a meal that they wanted to eat. What did they want to eat for dinner? Whatever they want to eat for dinner. And go pick out all the ingredients they're going to need and pay for it and go home and cook dinner tonight for everybody. Their favorite meal they wanted to eat, and they did it. That's how they learned. Watch me. They did it themselves. They know how to shop for the ingredients. They know how to cook a meal. Just saying. That's all a part of developing, functioning in life. So, I hope we spend quality time with our children. You know, I hope tonight I remind everyone that to do that, whatever you're doing or not doing, to take some time out to just spend the day, an hour, a weekend, the morning, an evening, any time slot, and devoted to showing your children something about you or something about them or something about life. I challenge you to spend more quality time with your children. I use the word challenge because sometimes it's challenging to go to work yourself, come home and cook dinner, and help them with their homework, and give them a bath and put them to sleep, and get ready for work the next day yourself. You know, how that could be challenging. I know. I did it. I did it every day. I did it for years and years and years. It can be challenging. I know it can. We need help from family members. We do. We need help. I believe in it takes a village. Let people help that you know it's reliable and safe. But also try to take some time out to just show your children some attention, some patient, undivided attention. Teach them something they could use, anything. anything. Cook a meal together. Anything. If you know they like skateboarding, then tell them you never actually seen everything they know skateboarding. So take them to the park and say, show me how you, all the tricks you do on the skateboard. I want to see this. That's undivided attention. And sit there and watch. Just watch. That's your attention. They need that. They do. So I challenge you to teach your child something today. Spend some quality time together. Show them something about themselves or something about you. And make it loving or fun or memorable. Kids need that. They need it. They need our attention. Society today is challenging. It's showing them so much. But none of it's real. None of it's one-on-one. The computer is all fake. Nothing is touching them. Nothing is looking into their eyes. Nobody's hugging them on the computer. Emojis, but physically touch, senses, listening, their ears, kiss them on the forehead, hug them. Let them talk to you in your eyes. Hold their hand. Tell your children that you love them. Sometimes I felt like I wasn't the best mother through some situations that we went through as a family, and when I got a divorce, and I had to apologize to my children. And I had to look them in the eye and hug them or touch them and tell them I'm sorry, that it didn't go as like we thought it would, or that things got bad or uncomfortable. Apologize to your children because you wanted to. You wanted everything to go well. You wanted everybody to be happy. It just, something happened. It didn't work out that way. Just let them know that you're aware of that and you're sorry. It affected them. Just say that. Anything that you may have went through in your family, discuss it with your children. Bring them close to you. Pull them close to you. Put your arms around them. Look in their eyes. They need you to do that. They need to hear that sometimes. Help them get through these challenges in modern technology in the age of computers and robots. Touch your children. Hug your children. Tell them you love them. Apologize for any time that you weren't your absolute 100% best. Because it could have affected them in some kind of way or their life. Tell them you wanted the best for them. Let them hear that from your mouth. Let their ears know that you have the best intentions for their life. And it was all because you love them. And things went bad because you tried too hard. It's better to try too hard than to not say you don't care. So what? Don't do that. Never tell your kids you don't care. Don't do that. Don't tell your kids you don't care about things that happen in their life. Don't even say those words out of your mouth ever to your child that you don't care how their day was or what they think or how they feel. Don't tell them you don't care. That's what I hope to remind us of today. Spend some time with your children. Touch them. Let them hear your gentle voice. Let them know that you care. Let them know they need that. Pray with them. Pray with them. Let them hear you pray. Let them hear you pray for them. Pray over your children. Let them hear the hope that you have for their life, the great intentions you have for their life when they were born. Remind them how beautiful they were and how special that occasion was. That's loving them. That's showing love. They'll always treasure that till they die. Share something special with your children. Let me remind you right now when you can, as soon as you can, even if it's right now. After you hear this, go share something special with your children. They're our future. They're your future. When you're not able to take care of yourself anymore, guess who's going to be doing it? So take care of them, and they'll take care of you. I really believe that, and I've seen it to be true. Love and light.